We live in a world of multiple conjoined dimensions. And sometimes objects, anomalies, and beings cross over onto ours. On this list we will discuss the world's most disturbing paranormal findings. Please remove children, animals and humans who are born on the months of February, March, June, and December from the room. This is your last warning. Saria Well. Saria Well was a water well located in the United Kingdom, commonly known by others as the Siren Well. The water well was known for the odd voices and sounds that would come from what seemed was the bottom of the pit. The farther you stuck your head in, the clearer you could hear the voices. Because of this, many lost their lives, falling headfirst as they tried to get closer to the sound. On one particular occasion, a curious 32-year-old female and her husband said she was hearing something coming out of the well that, quote, sounds like music with instruments I've never heard before. She asked her husband to help her lean in a little closer. He lost his grip on her and she fell. However, she survived and was screaming in agony from the bottom of the well. A rescue team was deployed. However, the rescuer, who was lowered in to extract her, was tangled on the jagged rocks around the well. After a few moments of trying to detach the rope from the rock, the bottom of the well caved in, killing them. It is said that the well was a living creature, who feasted on the flesh of anything that got trapped inside. Sort of like a pitcher plant, instead of attracting flies, it would consume humans. Using the voices of the souls it ate as bait, to lure more humans in. The site has been closed off and the well has been since removed. The Malandra picture set. In 1997, an elderly man named Amit Malandra claimed to a news outlet that he had a collection of 17 unusual photographs. Images that he took with an old 1980s disposable camera. Every picture in the album looked as if they were taken on accident or of random things, but the old man claimed every picture was special. Hidden in every picture there is something in it, I can feel it, he told reporters. But news outlets dismissed him as a mentally unstable man and told him to look elsewhere. In the summer of 2001, Mr. Malandra passed away. His house caught fire. The flames started and stayed in his attic, filling his bedroom with smoke and killing him in his sleep. Most of his belongings went to his only surviving family member, his sister, who was still alive at the time. One of the objects was an album filled with the 17 photographs Mr. Malandra took. News stations and local papers took to Mr. Malandra's sister. She talked to very few news outlets about the unusual incident. One station who Mr. Malandra tried to sell his story to, asked about his 17-picture set. She said, quote, he loved taking pictures. On one occasion he called me and said he did it. I asked him, what did you do? He said, I caught all of mankind's sins on photo, and I'm going to warn the world. Unquote. Mr. Malandra's sister gave a few stations pictures of the set. She passed away shortly a few days after some interviews. The complete set went missing and only a few pictures have surfaced. Many believed to be fake. What you are seeing are the two only confirmed pictures from the Malandra picture set. Codex Corrumpo. An ancient manuscript unearthed in the early 1100s AD. However, it is unknown when the book was written or bound together. Codex Corrumpo, roughly translated, means Book Void or Book of the Deformed. The book contains drawings, descriptions of unknown places, rituals, and what claims to be the real genesis of mankind. It claims that planets, stars, and all life as we know it comes from a celestial being of terrible power, known in the book as the first god. A chaotic creature born out of the emptiness of space, grew an octopus-like body, it gained a consciousness, and the first two emotions were born, fear and hate. According to the writings, it goes on to say that the planets, stars, and life as we know it came from the first god. As it thrashed around in the emptiness of the void, it mutilated parts of itself. These created the stars and planets. The blood from its own wounds spread life to whatever it touched. This unholy blood eventually led to our creation and the beasts we live among. For thousands of years we lived undisturbed from the chaotic nature of the first god. Angry at its own unintentional creations, he destroyed and devoured stars, planets, civilizations and galaxies. 4 cosmic serpents came to existence to protect Earth. However, this proved futile, for each serpent was defeated. Some humans decided to worship the first god, summoning foul fiends and beasts, in hopes that the god would show mercy. But the first god is a being of chaos. Humans waged a war against the worshippers of the first god and the demons they summoned, fearing that they would empower the god and encourage a faster demise. A warrior rose up to take on the god, and after a long and weary battle, he turned the tides of war by using a sword made of the bone of the mightiest cosmic serpent, the one who represented will. However, before the god could be defeated, he fatally wounded the brave warrior, and the first god with its last ounce of strength escaped mortally wounded to another dimension, where it would stay for all eternity. Codex Corrumpo is a sort of Bible of worship to the first god, or now dubbed the god of chaos. And according to research, the disappearance of many ancient civilizations. Anyone who had the ability to read Codex Corrumpo would lose themselves to the book. Some say it is the source of all despair on the planet. The book was being studied in a university, where unfortunately it was stolen by an unknown group. To this day it is unknown where the book is, or where it could be. A Russian psychic recently told local news that if the book is not found soon, 1,000 black years will follow.